The moment you started caring, he started pulling away. The second you let your guard down, he made you feel like you were asking for too much. But here's the truth. He was never confused. He was never overwhelmed. He knew exactly what he was doing. Because men who play games don't fall in love. They create attachment. They don't care about commitment. They care about control. And the longer you stay in his game, the harder it is to see the truth. He was never planning to choose you. At first, he was everything you wanted. Charming, consistent, making you feel like the only woman in the world. Then suddenly something changed. He pulled away just when you got attached. He started responding less, making you feel like you were chasing him. He gave just enough to keep you hooked, but never enough to make you feel secure. And every time you tried to get clarity, he flipped the script. You're overthinking. I just need space. Why can't we just go with the flow? Now you're stuck waiting for his text, waiting for him to make up his mind, waiting for the moment he finally realizes how much he wants you. But here's what no one tells you. He knows exactly what he's doing. The mixed signals? On purpose. The inconsistency? Calculated. The emotional roller coaster? Designed to keep you chasing. But this is where everything changes. Because after today, you won't just see the game for what it is. You'll know how to beat him at it. At Girlify Mind, we don't teach women to chase clarity. We teach them how to become the kind of woman a man is afraid to lose. And that starts right now. The push-pull trap. Why he's hot and cold. One day, he's obsessed with you. The next, he barely texts back. He calls you his dream girl on Monday, but ignores you by Friday. And just when you're ready to walk away, he suddenly comes back like nothing ever happened. Sound familiar? This isn't bad timing. This isn't stress. This isn't him being unsure. This is a strategy. Men who play this game love power. They don't want a real relationship. They want control over your emotions. If he can make you feel high, he knows he can make you feel low. If he can make you wait, he knows you're emotionally invested. If he keeps you guessing, he never has to fully commit. How to outsmart him. The only way to break the cycle? Match his energy. When he pulls away, you disappear completely. When he ignores you, you don't try harder. When he comes back, you don't make it easy. Because men don't value what's always there. And when he realizes you're no longer waiting for him, he loses his control. Your key move should be this. Next time he pulls away, don't react. Watch how fast he notices your absence. The almost relationship, when he acts like a boyfriend but won't commit. You give him everything, your time, your energy, your love. But every time you ask where things are going, he dodges the question. And suddenly, you're the one feeling like you're asking for too much. At first, it felt effortless. No pressure, no labels, just a deep connection. But as time passed, something felt off. He treated you like his girlfriend, but never said the words. He made plans, shared secrets, acted like you were special, until you asked for clarity. And when you did, his response was always the same. I just don't like labels. Why can't we just enjoy what we have? You're overthinking this. And just like that, he kept you stuck, waiting, hoping, wondering if one day he would finally commit. Why he does it? Some men keep women in almost relationships because it benefits them. He gets the attention, loyalty, and effort of a committed partner. He knows you won't entertain other options. He enjoys the security of having you, without the responsibility of committing. It's the perfect situation for him. How to outsmart him. The only way to change this dynamic? Stop giving more than you receive. Step back. If he won't define the relationship, stop treating it like one. Stop waiting. If he's unsure about you, focus on someone who is. Make your standards clear. If he's not ready, that's his choice. But you don't have to stay. Your key move should be this. You deserve a real relationship. And the moment you stop settling for almost, you create space for the love you actually want. The breadcrumbs tactic, when he gives just enough to keep you hooked. He texts just enough to keep you waiting. He calls just enough to stop you from walking away. But when you start expecting more, he pulls back again. It's a cycle that feels impossible to break. He sends a sweet message after disappearing for days. He makes plans, but something always comes up. He gives just enough attention to make you believe something real is coming. Then he vanishes. And instead of seeing it for what it is, you start making excuses. Maybe he's just busy. Maybe he's not great at texting. Maybe I'm expecting too much. The truth? This is not bad communication. This is a strategy. Why he does it? Some men do this to keep you as an option without ever committing. They want attention but don't want responsibility. They enjoy knowing you're waiting. They keep you emotionally attached while they explore other options. He never fully lets you go because he wants you there just in case. What you can do. The only way to stop this cycle is to stop responding to breadcrumbs. If he disappears, don't question it. Just move forward. If his words and actions don't match, believe what he does, not what he says. If he wants your time, he needs to earn it. Once you stop feeding into the inconsistency, his control over you fades. The jealousy test. When he tries to make you compete, he casually brings up another woman. He flirts in front of you. He talks about his ex a little too often. This isn't random, it's a test. It starts small. He drops a comment about how another woman finds him attractive. He mentions how crazy his ex was, but somehow keeps bringing her up. He pays a little too much attention to other women when you're around. At first, you wonder if you're just imagining it, but something feels off. And that's because this is not a coincidence. Why he does it? Men who play this game want to see if you will fight for them. They create insecurity so you try harder. They make themselves seem like a prize you need to earn. They make you feel like you're competing, so you don't even realize they're the ones who should be proving themselves. What you can do. The best way to respond? Don't. If he talks about another woman, don't take the bait. Change the subject. If he flirts in front of you, act like you don't notice. If he tries to make you jealous, let him wonder why you're not reacting. Nothing throws off a man who plays games more than a woman who refuses to compete. The test your patience move when he makes you wait for everything. He takes hours to reply, cancels plans at the last minute, keeps you wondering when he'll commit. But the worst part? You're still waiting. This is not an accident. He delays responses to see how long you'll stay interested. He keeps things undefined to see how much you'll tolerate. He makes you wait because it makes him feel in control. And every time you stay, you teach him that you will. Why he does it. Men who do this want to see how much they can get away with. If you accept inconsistency, he has no reason to change. If you keep waiting, he never has to commit. If you let him delay, he knows you won't leave. What you can do. You break the pattern by stopping the wait. If he takes days to reply, take even longer, or don't reply at all. If he cancels last minute, don't reschedule. If he won't define the relationship, don't stick around hoping he will. A man who truly values you will never make you question where you stand. Once you stop waiting, you'll see how fast his excuses disappear. The "I'm not ready" excuse, when he wants you, but on his terms. He's not ready for a relationship, but he's perfectly fine enjoying all the benefits of one. Convenient, isn't it? At first, you understand. You tell yourself he needs time. You think if you're patient, he'll eventually come around. But weeks turn into months. Months turn into a year. And every time you ask where this is going, he gives the same excuse. I just need to figure things out. I care about you. I'm just not ready for something serious. Can't we just enjoy what we have? The truth? If he wanted to be with you, he wouldn't risk losing you. Why he does it? Some men keep women in this limbo because it benefits them. He gets your attention, loyalty, and emotional support without having to commit. He knows you're hoping for something more, so he keeps giving you just enough to stay. He enjoys the security of knowing you'll be there, but he also wants the freedom to do whatever he wants. What you can do. If a man tells you he's not ready for a relationship, believe him. But don't wait for him. Stop acting like a girlfriend to someone who won't claim you. Make it clear that if he won't commit, you won't be available. Walk away, without warning, without begging, without explaining. When a man realizes that losing you is not just a possibility but a reality, he either steps up or steps aside. Either way, you win. The guilt trip strategy. When he makes you feel bad for having standards. The second you set a boundary, he calls you difficult. The moment you expect consistency, he says you're being too demanding. But the real problem? He's afraid of a woman who knows her worth. At first, you think maybe you're overreacting. Maybe you should be more understanding. But then it happens again. You ask for more communication and he says, "Why are you so insecure?" You say you won't tolerate inconsistency, and he says, "I can't deal with drama." You set a standard, and he makes you feel like you're the problem. This is not miscommunication. This is manipulation. Why he does it? Men who use guilt as a tactic do it to avoid accountability. If they can make you feel bad for asking for more, they don't have to give more. If they can make you doubt yourself, they stay in control. If they can convince you that you're being too much, you'll settle for less. What you can do. Never apologize for having standards. If he calls you difficult, take it as a sign that you're doing something right. If he makes you feel guilty, remind yourself that he's the one benefiting from you lowering your expectations. If he won't respect your boundaries, he doesn't deserve access to you. The right man will never make you feel bad for expecting the bare minimum. And the moment you stop explaining yourself, you stop giving away your power. The comeback move, when he returns just as you're moving on. The moment you stop caring, he magically reappears. The second you start focusing on yourself, he suddenly misses you. But it's not love, it's control. You've seen this before. He disappears for weeks, then texts, "Hey, I miss you." He sees you happy without him and suddenly wants to talk. He moves on first, but the second you do, he's back. This is not a change of heart. This is a response to losing control over you. Why he does it? Men who play this game only come back when they feel like they're losing their grip on you. They don't want to be with you, but they don't want you to move on either. They enjoy knowing you're still emotionally available. They feel entitled to your energy, even when they didn't value it before. What you can do. When he comes back, don't fall for it. Don't respond out of habit. Ask yourself if he's really changed. Remember why you walked away in the first place. If he let you go once, he will do it again. When you finally stop giving second chances, you'll realize he was never worth the first one. These chapters are fully optimized for AI voiceover. No fluff, no awkward phrasing, just clear, powerful delivery. Let me know when you're ready for the final chapter and conclusion. The ultimate power move, when you take back control. You don't win the game by playing better. You win by refusing to play at all. For too long, you've been reacting to his every move, waiting for his texts, analyzing his mixed signals, hoping he will finally choose you. But the truth? He's only in control because you keep handing him the power. He knows you'll keep waiting. He knows you'll keep hoping. He knows he can come and go as he pleases, because you've let him. Until now. What you can do. The ultimate power move is not revenge. It's not making him jealous. It's choosing yourself so fully that he no longer matters. Stop reacting to his behavior. Let his silence mean nothing to you. Stop waiting for him to change. Real love doesn't need to be earned. Stop chasing clarity. His inconsistency is the only answer you need. Because when you finally stop playing the game, he loses his hold on you completely. The woman who walked away from the game, she didn't cry over his mixed signals. She didn't wait for him to change. She didn't play harder. She played smarter.
And in the end,
she won. At some point, every woman faces this moment. The moment she realizes she's been giving her energy to a man who never deserved it. Maybe it took months. Maybe it took years. But eventually something shifts. She no longer feels the need to decode his behavior. She no longer waits for the moment he chooses her. She no longer chases the love she always deserved. Because she chooses herself instead. That's what true power looks like. Not manipulation. Not control. Just a woman who finally understands her worth. And the moment she does, she stops settling. She stops justifying. She stops giving chances to a man who keeps proving he's not worthy of them. At Girlify Mind, we don't teach women to fight for attention. We teach them to become the kind of woman a man would never dare play games with. Because when you know your worth, you never have to beg for love again.